The sky above Earth was never the same again. It started as a faint shimmer, like a distant star blinking too brightly. But then the shimmer grew, spreading across the horizon, casting a cold blue light over the cities. People stopped in the streets, their eyes wide with fear, cameras raised, capturing what no one could believe. High above, massive ships appeared, floating like mountains in the sky, their surfaces dark and metallic, reflecting no sunlight. No one had ever seen such shapes. Their design unlike anything humans had created. They moved silently but with terrible purpose, cutting across the clouds like knives. Airplanes swerved and fell. Communication satellites flickered and went dark. Panic rose. Governments struggled to respond. Armies prepared, but their weapons seemed useless against the alien presence. In New York, a young military scientist named Elena Voss stared at the screen in her lab. Her hands trembled, not from fear, but from the strange energy she could feel through her instruments. These ships, they're not just attacking, they're scanning, mapping, learning, she whispered. Her colleague shook his head. We don't even know their language. We don't even know why they came. Elena didn't answer, because deep down, she felt something terrifying and thrilling at the same time. Humans had never faced an enemy like this, and perhaps, this time, survival would require more than courage. As the first attacks began, cities burned, and chaos spread. Massive alien weapons struck the earth with precision, toppling towers and igniting fires that raged for hours. People ran, screaming, while emergency broadcasts tried to calm the world. But it was useless. Everywhere, the sky was filled with streaks of light and explosions. Military jets fired missiles, but the aliens seemed to anticipate every move, dodging or absorbing the attacks. It felt like humanity was no longer in control of its own planet. Elena's mind raced, remembering old research about energy fields and quantum resonance. Maybe we can fight back differently, she said to herself. She rushed to a hidden lab below the city, where her team had been quietly experimenting with technologies the world didn't know existed. Time was running out, but Elena had a plan forming in her mind, a daring idea that might turn fear into hope. She knew it was risky, more than risky. It could fail completely, but failure was the only alternative if they did nothing. Outside, the alien ships hovered, scanning the cities like predators hunting prey. Every window reflected their dark shapes. Every street was under their gaze. People prayed, hid, cried, and some even laughed, thinking it was the end of the world. But somewhere inside the chaos, a spark of human defiance was growing. Elena and her team prepared, their machines humming with energy. A small light in the darkness, and in that moment, humanity's first real chance to fight back began. Then a massive shadow passed over the city, blocking the sun. A soundless wave of pressure pressed against the ground, knocking cars and trees aside. Elena's heart pounded, but her eyes were sharp. Focused on the instruments, she whispered one word to herself. Now, it was the first step of a long fight, a fight that would echo across the stars. And the aliens would learn soon that Earth was not an easy target. The sky trembled, the city shook, and somewhere deep in space, humanity's vengeance began to stir. The first strike the night after the first attack was quiet in a way that felt wrong. Cities were in ruins, streets empty, and the sky still held the shadows of alien ships. Everywhere, sirens wailed in the distance, but people no longer dared to leave their shelters. Elena moved through the hidden lab beneath New York, her eyes scanning rows of humming machines. Her team worked quickly, connecting wires, adjusting energy fields, and checking the shields they had built in secret. They're expecting resistance, but they don't understand us, Elena said, her voice firm. Her assistant, a young engineer named Ravi, shook his head. We barely understand ourselves. Elena ignored him, because she had a plan forming, a risky plan that could be humanity's first strike. Outside, the alien ships continued their surveillance, massive shadows moving slowly over the city like giants. Every flicker of light they emitted made the humans feel small, but also, strangely, alive. The first counterattack began with small teams of pilots taking off in stealth fighters. They carried missiles and energy weapons that had never been tested in real combat. Every move was calculated, every breath tense. The aliens responded immediately, firing beams that tore through the clouds. Yet, for the first time, humans managed a small victory. One alien ship faltered, sparks flying from its hull. Before retreating back into orbit, Elena's screens lit up with new data. showing unusual patterns in the alien formations. "Look at this," she said, pointing at the monitors. "They have a blind spot. Here, at the edge of their shield." Her team stared, realizing that for all their power, the aliens were not perfect. Ravi's hands flew across the keyboard, plotting coordinates for a larger strike. "This could work," he whispered, hope breaking through his fear. Meanwhile, across the world, humans fought with everything they had. In Tokyo, skyscrapers burned as jets dove between alien weapons. In Moscow, ground forces used electromagnetic pulses to disable smaller scout ships. In Cape Town, civilians joined in, using drones and homemade weapons to harass alien patrols. Everywhere, resistance grew, small but determined. The aliens had expected submission, but they faced defiance instead. Back in New York, Alina prepared for the biggest test of her plan, a concentrated energy pulse, designed to disrupt the alien ship's navigation system. If it failed, it could destroy the city along with them. Her hands hovered over the controls, heart pounding. "On my mark," she said. "Everyone ready?" The team nodded, tension thick in the air, machines humming louder. Then, with a single press, the pulse surged, reaching toward the alien fleet. In the sky above, one massive ship shuddered, lights flickering. Its shields struggled against the unexpected human attack. The ship roared as if in pain, before pulling back. Below, the city trembled, but it held. Elena's team cheered quietly, knowing this was only the beginning. The aliens were strong, far stronger than anything humans had faced before. But humanity had something they did not expect: courage, ingenuity, and refusal to surrender. As night faded into dawn, smoke rising from the streets, Alina looked out at the skyline, broken but still standing. She whispered, "They came for us first, but they will regret it." And somewhere in the vastness of space, the alien fleet sensed that Earth was no ordinary planet. This planet's defenders were clever, relentless, and ready to strike back. The first battle was won, small but meaningful, and the war that would shake the galaxy had truly begun. Humanity's secrets the days after the first strike were tense. The world was still trembling from the alien attack, but hope glimmered like fire in the darkness. Alina and her team worked tirelessly, analyzing alien data, scanning their ships for weaknesses. Each discovery brought more questions than answers, but they refused to give up. Deep beneath the mountains of South America, a hidden research facility hummed with life. Here, scientists had been developing technologies humanity was never meant to see. Weapons that bent light, energy fields that could trap matter, and engines capable of moving faster than anything humans had built. Now, for the first time, these secrets were needed. A small group of experts, led by Alina, had been chosen to activate a project codenamed Aegis. It was dangerous, untested, but it was humanity's best chance to fight back. Alina walked through the lab, her eyes scanning the complex network of machines. "This technology, it's our only edge," she said. Ravi nodded, adjusting a calibration. "If we use it wrong, it could destroy everything, but if we succeed, we might just save the planet." They worked quickly, every second counting, knowing the alien fleet watched and waited. The humans had one advantage: the aliens had never faced creatures willing to risk everything to survive. Meanwhile, above Earth, the alien ships hovered, sensing the planet's defenses. They did not understand the human mind, the unpredictable decisions, the willingness to fight even against impossible odds. They struck cities, scanning and probing, but never fully attacking the hidden facilities. The humans were careful, silent, and clever, hiding in shadows, moving in ways the aliens could not predict. In the lab, Alina activated the first device. A glowing sphere of energy floated above the platform. Humming with power, it pulsed slowly, then faster, then exploded outward in a wave of light that bent the very air. The team watched as the alien ships above wavered in the sky, their shields flickering. "Perfect," Alina said, though she knew the real test was yet to come. They needed more than just a single strike. They needed a plan that could turn the tide of war. Alina and her team studied alien patterns, discovering weaknesses in their formations. Every maneuver was calculated, a small rebellion against an unstoppable force. The hidden labs became command centers, coordinating attacks across the globe. From Africa to Europe, Asia to the Americas, humans acted in secret, striking at alien scouts and freeing captured cities. The world had begun to fight back without anyone outside knowing. The aliens were powerful, but they underestimated human intelligence and unity. One night, Elena studied the main monitor. A massive alien warship moved closer to Earth, preparing to attack. But Elena had a secret weaponer plan born from months of hidden research. "This is it," she whispered. "Aegis will show them who we are." Her team activated the final device, a network of energy pulses linking every hidden lab on the planet. The sky lit with a strange, beautiful glow, a network of light and power spanning continents. For a moment, it seemed the world itself was alive, responding to humanity's courage. The alien ship faltered, its systems disrupted, its movement erratic. Elena's eyes shone with determination. They thought they were invincible, but they didn't know our secrets, and in that moment, humanity had proven something vital. Even in the face of unimaginable power, creativity and courage could be stronger than technology. The galaxy had never seen humans fight this way, and the aliens would soon learn that Earth was not a planet to conquer. Hidden in shadows, working quietly, humanity was preparing the ultimate strike. The war was far from over, but for the first time, victory seemed possible. Vengeance begins. The alien fleet loomed over Earth like a shadow of doom. But humanity was ready. Elena stood at the command center, eyes fixed on the holographic display. Maps of the skies, alien positions, energy fields, and strike routes spread before her. Her team moved with precision, every hand steady, every mind focused. "Today, we fight back," Elena said, voice firm. Ravi nodded, adjusting coordinates for the first wave of attacks. "Remember, we are small, but clever, unpredictable, and united," she added. Outside, the alien ships continued their patrols, unaware that the humans had discovered a flaw. It was a weakness in their shield pattern, a blind spot that no alien expected. The first strike began at dawn. Human ships launched from hidden bases, their engines silent, their weapons glowing. Missiles and energy pulses flew through the sky, aimed at precise points on the alien vessels. The aliens fired back, but their shields flickered against the coordinated assault. One massive ship shuddered and exploded, fire raining across the clouds. It was the first major victory, and humanity's morale soared. Meanwhile, on the ground, cities that had been lost rose again. Civilians and soldiers worked together, clearing streets, repairing defenses, and striking at alien scouts. Elena watched the reports pour in from every continent. Each victory, no matter how small, was a message. Earth would not surrender. The aliens had expected obedience, but humans were proving them wrong. Elena's team prepared the next phase. Aegis devices connected across continents, sent waves of energy into the skies. The alien ships staggered, their navigation disrupted, their attacks misaligned. The humans moved with speed, hitting weak points, avoiding direct confrontation. Every move was calculated, a dance of survival and strategy. For the first time, the balance of power seemed to shift. Ravi shouted, "Elena, they're retreating in formation." Elena's eyes narrowed. "Not yet. We push forward." The final wave of coordinated strikes hit the fleet simultaneously. Alien ships collided in mid-air, explosions lighting the horizon. The humans on the ground cheered, but Elena knew the war was not over. This was just the beginning of humanity's vengeance. From orbit, the alien command ship tried to respond, but the humans had learned too much, adapted too quickly. Elena's plan was working perfectly, turning the alien strength against them. Civilians recorded the battle, capturing footage of courage and ingenuity that would be told for generations. Even small drones carried explosives to sabotage alien engines. Every human action contributed to the victory, proving that unity and creativity could overcome raw power. As night fell, the alien fleet began to retreat toward the stars. Earth's defenders did not relax, knowing that this was only a temporary victory. But for the first time in months, there was hope. Elena looked out over the city, smoke rising from streets, lights flickering. "Yet alive," she whispered. "They struck first, but we fought back, and now, the galaxy will remember us." Her team smiled, exhausted but proud, knowing that humanity had taken its first true step toward reclaiming the stars. Somewhere in deep space, alien commanders communicated in strange signals. Their arrogance shattered. They realized that humans were not weak, not predictable, not to be ignored. And back on Earth, humanity prepared for the final phase, a vengeance that would shake the galaxy and prove that no force, no matter how advanced, could conquer the human spirit. Trembling galaxy, the skies above Earth were alive with light. Explosions and energy pulses painted the clouds in colors no human had ever seen. The alien fleet, battered and confused, tried to regroup, but humanity had learned too much, adapted too quickly, and struck with precision. Alina stood at the command center, eyes scanning every signal, every movement. Her hands moved across the controls, guiding the final stage of their plan. "This is it," she whispered. "The strike that will make the galaxy remember us." Ravi and the team nodded, exhausted but determined. Every lab, every hidden facility, every ship in orbit and on the ground was connected. A web of energy and strategy, designed to hit the aliens where they were weakest. The first wave struck like lightning. Massive alien ships shattered under concentrated energy blasts. Shields flickered and failed, weapons misfired, and confusion spread across their ranks. Earth's fighters, once small and weak against the alien armada, moved with speed and cunning, using every advantage, every trick, every secret humanity had discovered. Even the smallest human drones sabotaged engines and communication systems. The aliens had never faced an enemy like this, relentless and clever. Alina watched as one alien command ship floated above the planet, massive and glowing with power. It tried to respond, firing beams of destructive energy, but the humans had anticipated it. Aegis devices created an invisible net of energy, trapping the ship, disrupting its weapons, and scrambling its navigation. The alien vessel shuddered, sparks flying from its hull. For the first time, it seemed vulnerable, exposed, and mortal. Across the globe, humanity cheered and fought together. Soldiers and civilians coordinated like never before. Cities that had been destroyed now became staging points for counterattacks. Every strike was precise. Every human action mattered. Even in the chaos, there was order, a sign that humanity's spirit could not be broken. Finally, with a coordinated pulse from every Aegis device, the alien command ship exploded in a blinding flash of light. Shockwaves rippled through the fleet, smaller ships colliding, falling from the sky. The aliens, stunned and defeated, began to retreat. Their arrogance shattered, their power humbled. The galaxy had never seen a species rise so quickly, fight so bravely, and turn the tide against an unstoppable force. Alina collapsed into her chair, exhausted, heart pounding. Ravi patted her shoulder, smiling. "We did it. We really did it." The team looked at each other, relief and pride shining in their eyes. They had fought back when all hope seemed lost, and in doing so, they had proven something vital. Humanity was not weak, not fragile, not to be underestimated. From orbit, the surviving aliens retreated into the darkness of space. Whispers of human courage spread across the galaxy, reaching other worlds. Planets far away would remember Earth. They would remember the species that refused to bow, the species that struck back against impossible odds. And on Earth, as smoke rose from the cities, as survivors hugged and cried, Alina gazed at the stars and smiled, knowing humanity's vengeance had begun. The galaxy trembled, not from fear alone, but from respect, for humanity had shown its true strength, and the universe would never forget it. The war was not over, but the message was clear: strike Earth first, and humanity will rise, strike back, and shake the galaxy itself. And somewhere deep in space, the seeds of legend were sown, for the species that had once been small, weak, and unknown, had become a force no one could ignore.